people, good morning. Hello. Hi, it's Randy for Thunderhorse Descendant. I'm here today to talk to you about the FOC. Stands for Found Objects Challenge if you're new. We're going to have a little morning chit chat. Who is on here this morning? We have Rosanna. Good morning. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Bonnie. Hi, PK. Hello, Thunder Chatters. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Nancy. Hello, hello. Good morning. Hi, Donna. Good. I'm glad you guys are on. Good morning, Lori. PK's on here. Good morning. Just got her wrench ready to go. You guys are silly. Okay, so here we are on Tuesday, right? Correct? Yes, Tuesday. It's Tuesday, and we're going to talk a little bit about the FOC, which stands for Found Objects Challenge. So if you are unaware, hi Matt, good afternoon. If you are unaware, the FOC Challenge is a challenge that we created on this channel one morning as we were taking a look-see here at this book. Okay, this book is the book that inspired us to start the Found Objects Challenge, and we've had quite a few people who are newer, so I just wanted to talk a little bit about it because tonight we pick the winner and we are going to announce the new list the new Found Objects Challenge for the next month. So that's the goings-ons. Good morning. I'm standing by, Captain. PK, you are so silly. Hi, Mary. You guys. Hey, the bead sale was just a smoking success yesterday. I was just sitting here until I don't even know what time. It's like 6 o'clock at night. Just typing, which was awesome. I gotta turn this just a smidge. I don't like it when I always turn it the wrong way because I don't know about cameras. I don't want my face behind the comments. Have the wrench. Will travel. You guys. Oh, how's our Tuesday going? How is Tuesday? Hi, Laura. Good morning. Is Tuesday going good? Well, before we even get going on any of this FOC business, I gotta show you something. Look at this here. Can you see me? Can you see my earrings? Can you see my earrings? Hello, anybody out there? They're spectacular. They're now. Oh, I have a card. I have a card from the lady who built these earrings. This is the Crafty Boutique by Yoki Della Rivo. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I apologize. Can't see it. Gotta zoom in. Boop. Yoki Della Rivo. And she has a Facebook page. And I will just have to put it in the Facebook because my Spanish is not very good. Sorry. But anyways, so they had this cute little booth at this craft show that I went to the other day. And I got these spectacular earrings. Okay, since we're down here on the mat, let's just take a little look-see. I love your earrings, right? Well, I told her, I said, I want to make these. And she was like, yes, do it. So I bought them. They were $12. Okay, smashing deal. And I will put a link to her Facebook. I think she said they sell on Facebook if you're interested. But anyway, she was out here in Mora, Minnesota. And we were talking at their booth. So this just looks to be like a brick stitch down here. And then danglies. But it's on the memory wire. And you know how I just have a love affair with memory wire. And then I was thinking the other day, we talked about memory wire and how I like to use the grand memory wire, right? And then we talked about that little flimsy memory wire. This is what you do with the little flimsy memory wire. Oh yeah, because I got 8 bags of it. Oh yeah. So anyway, sorry. This is the goings-ons. So yeah, it's in my smashing earrings. I bought $73 worth of earrings from Yoki. I sure did. I'm trying to put this in the same ear. Do you see me? I'm insane. A little bit of insanity going on a Tuesday. Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie about it. All right. Well, at least I got the same two on today, so I'm doing good. Also, I wanted to share with you, this is the craft show place, Sunrise Craft Shows. So, you may be seeing some of these things popping up around wherever you are. And so this is a company that puts on craft shows. So, it says Sunrise Events and Craft Shows, and this is like in the Minnesota area. But these are people who are putting on shows, and they're like companies that do this. So when I went to the show for my research, remember I told you I was doing research the other day, what I found is that the show was well advertised. It was full of customers and of, meaning it must have been well advertised for quite a long time. And it was full of customers, and it was full of vendors. And so that's something that you want to look for when you're looking to go to a show, is like, is there, so, but normally when there's a company like this who's doing all the advertising and all the lottie-dottie, it's a little more spendy to get in. But if it's full of customers, that's good, right? Because your products are going to speak for themselves. And the only thing that I had concerns about this particular situation is that there was a lot of MLM and not so much handmade makers. But I did go around and talk to everybody there, and they all said that they were having a wonderful experience. And also that the show is not that long. The show is only from 10 to 3. So I think that might have something to do with, that's not bad, because then the vendors don't get too tired, and the people are like, if they want to go, they need to go during those times, which would make it, if it's shorter time, would make it busier, more, all the time, you know what I'm saying? And they had food trucks. You always want food trucks. People love food trucks. I digress about the craft showing. Wow, those are pretty. I know, I love them. We are having a huge wind storm about 9 last night, under the wind watch. Oh no. We had a lot of wind this year as well. Hi Cynthia, good morning. Hi Marcia, good morning. Your snow won't quit. White stuff, yucky. Yeah. We had our snow over here in Minnesota melted a little bit yesterday, but it still skips around. And now it's supposed to snow and rain. There is an intergalactic bead show that is happening in Cincinnati area every year. It looks to be next week. Oh. The sign of a good show. Food trucks. Word. Word. The only thing I didn't like about the food trucks is they only took cash. So, you know what I had to do? Because I didn't have any cash. Because I don't know why I didn't have cash. I didn't really plan on going to the show. I just got this message, and I was like, oh, I should go investigate that. So I jump in the car and I go. And we're like in the middle of Minnesota nowhere. We're like in the boondocks. And whatever, I didn't have cash. So I went to the bar. And they had a bar at the craft show also. That served drinks. Alcoholic drinks. Well, I wasn't there to get any alcoholic drinks, but I asked her if she had a soda, and I said yes. And then I said, well, I was trying to, do you have any snacks? Because I was trying to get something at the food truck, but they only take cash. And she was like, oh, you can just do a tip, and then I'll give you some cash. And I was like, cool. And then I was doing that, and I thought to myself, Jefferson is going to see this, and then he's going to be like, why were you at the bar? Spending $20. What were you doing? So I had to come home and tell about my food truck endeavors. Aliens? What? Who's got aliens? Jefferson wasn't with you? You tapped him for the jacket the last time? Yeah. No, Jefferson did not want to go to the craft show, and I did get a $70 jacket last time. That's true. True story. Intergalactic shows have been around for a long time. They visit all over the place. Okay, intergalactic, what does that mean? Is there aliens? Like, I mean, is it like space themed? Why is it intergalactic? Is everything, what does that mean? I have questions. Oh, by the way, I'm trying to con Lori into coming down here to go chill out at the Taylor's Falls Bead Store and have beads and bread with me one day. And so we're going to get a plan together to get her husband on board for the fishing. Yep, just telling it all. Just putting it on the internet. You can't tell me anything. I'm bad with secrets. Oh, you guys. Okay, so I have no idea why they call it intergalactic. Oh, well, sad. Okay. Anyways. No, they have vendors from all over. Maybe not other universes, though. Oh, but they just want you to think that? Got it. Oh, got it. Yes, he says that he will come with me when the weather gets warmer for fishing purposes, of course. Well, you're going to be waiting a while because it's still snowing in Minnesota. Good morning, Jill. I love your little faces. This is the hug one, right? It's like, oh. Oh, me and Jefferson were making emotes. I'm so not up with the kids. I don't know. Jefferson is a kid. He knows all about the emotes and all those little words that they shorten and say things like, it's just like acronyms and things. I need a chart. But so we were making emotes, and he made his duck. He made a duck. I don't know what the duck is for, but it's like, it was art, and I'm in on art, right? So he was making a duck. And the duck had flames behind it, and apparently there's some kind of controversial goings-on with the flaming duck or something. I don't know. But anyways, and then so they made the flames different colors. They put a tie-dye t-shirt on the duck and different flame fire colors. And I was like, yeah, and a crown. And then something about with his channel, and you get a duck that has different things on it for how much time you watched. And I was like, yeah, that's cool. So that's what we did yesterday. Anywho. The train is going by. Can you guys hear the train when I'm online? Ew, it's really windy. Down the way from my house, there's like one of those little islands, and it's got a flagpole for the neighborhood, and it has a flagpole and then like a POW flag and some other kind of flag on there. And anyways, I can see it right here from my window, and it's just going crazy. Hi, Cindy. Good morning, everybody. Okay, so anyways, on to the FOC doings. Good morning. Yes, I can hear the train. It reminds me of the train that always goes by and Candy is on videos. Yeah, apparently we just like to hang out over here by the train track. I don't know. So FOC, FYI, the FOC, yeah, we can do acronyms, came from this book. So this book is the Jewelry Maker's Design Book of Alchemy and Objects, Techniques and Design Notes for the One-of-a-Kind Jewelry Pieces That You Need to Make by Darren Medtalk. Okay, so we were flipping through this book one day, and, oh, now I'm all zoomed in. I don't remember when this was. Does anybody even remember when this was? It was a while ago. Because sometimes I like to order books online, and then when I think they're really cool, I like to share them with you, like the missing link. And then we were looking at this one day, and so this one is obviously going to go to the winner tonight. You always get a book with your winnings. I'm just flipping through here, and the reason that I like this book originally, if you're new to FOC, the reason I like this book is because it goes through this whole thing, and it kind of talks about the psychology and like the doings of like jewelry makers, which I think is really cool. It talks about like all the different elements of art, which I also think is cool. So anyways, moral story, Randy thinks it's cool. Talks about principles. It even talked about remember it talked about our design books in here, how you're supposed to write your designs down, what you might need, and all this and that. It had all these cool little wire work and things. And then it just gave really cool pictures. Like, the all-around feel of this book is really kind of like, I don't know, just dig it. I like dig the, what do you call it when it's like the whole thing? The design, not the design, but the, like, I don't know. I just like all of it, you know what I'm saying? I think we started this in July. That's the first that I have photos. Oh, let me zoom in a little more. Yeah, so here it was talking about the design book that you have. This person's design book looks really cool because I really like bullet journaling and like journaling and smash books and like paper. I love paper. I have a weird obsession with office supplies. Raise your hand if you like office supplies and paper and scrapbooking and smash books and all that crap, because I do. And so I saw this book and it got lace hanging out the edge and all that. It looks really cool. It's the entirety. It's the layout. That sounds about right. The sounds of the train are very comforting and reassuring. Yeah, I don't even hear the train anymore, really. The only time I ever really hear it is at nighttime. That's because it shakes my dresser. I got one of them old school dressers, one of those old antique dressers with the metal, pull out drawer things. And then when the train goes by, it goes because it rattles it. Sharing way too much with you people. Anyways, jumpstart your creativity. Yeah, so anyways, I was just flipping through this book. That was really cool. Started seeing all these cool things. Then I started seeing all these little tips they were having in here. Like, these people are keeping their wire in a book. Did anybody see this who's gotten this book? So this is like a photo album. Like one of those old school ones, with the little rings. And then they're keeping their wire in those. And then I thought about that. These maybe it's like a CD case. Like you could get one of those at thrift store for sure. A CD case is a spectacular idea. Why am I not doing that? We should do that. Want to do that? CD cases for your wire. What if they get squished? Hold on, I gotta do more investigation. In the big CD cases back in the day, they had 3 slots. 3 for 3, you know what I'm talking about? 3 CDs on one side, 3 CDs on the other side. I am for this. Then you could write on it. I think because they were plastic, if you had a certain kind of marker, you could probably erase it. The decisions. I collect office supplies along with beads. Hi, Barbara. I love your emojis. I love paper and office supplies as well. I know, right? Paper is the best. Our shop is next to the train hooking up section, and I don't even really hear the boom anymore. When I lived in Vegas, we lived we lived in Henderson, so it was in Henderson, but it was right over the flight pattern or whatever they call that flight place. And when I first moved in, it was so loud. Oh my gosh, it was so loud, and I was like, I'm never going to be able to live here. And then by the time I moved out, I never even heard it. Never even heard it when the planes, and they were constantly coming in, because it's Vegas. I don't know. That is a genius idea for wire. Yeah, I think we should try it. When I go to the thrift store, maybe I'll go today. This is just an excuse to go to the thrift store. If you were wondering, this is just an excuse to go to the thrift store. But I need a CD case for my wire. Yeah, so I forgot what I was saying. But anyways, this is a spectacular idea. I don't know if that's what this is, but it kind of looks like that. It kind of looks, can you guys see my face? No. It kind of looks like a photo album of some kind. It doesn't say in the writing. Anyway, onward. Shopping tips. Give shopping tips. These are just really nice Roman glass, which I love. Techniques and tools. Oh yeah, then I talked about tools, which I thought was cool. So anyways, this is where the Found Objects Challenge came from. And so then the moral of this story, okay, so it's cute. It starts going into giving you little simple things you could do, like doing a little wrap on a bead, right? So, goes into that, gives you step by step on that if you don't know how to do it. So it's good for, you know, like people who are maybe working on their skills. Talks about like how to wire up cup chain, how to make your own little things. These are kind of like the little things you might need to do this kind of thing. Then it starts going into up here, and the further up here, it starts going into these like projects about things you find. So it's supposed to be like things you find, found objects, things that maybe like you inherited. You're gonna cut them apart. You're gonna turn them into something else, you know. Or you maybe go to the antique store. You find some cool stuff. I find cool stuff all the time, and it's cool. And I keep it in a little drawer. I keep it in my little cool drawer. You know, actually it's a box. It's a box, and I get a lot of my like really cool stuff from my friend Amber. If you guys have seen my friend Amber on YouTube, she works at the Bead store, and she's always got cool stuff. So she's always giving me cool stuff, and I have like literally a box. It's labeled Amber stuff. And I keep all my cool stuff in there, but it's usually like not very cohesive or whatever. It's like weird, odd things. And I love them, but I'm like, what am I going to do with this? And then I found this book, and I was like, oh, I get it now. So here's an example. I'm wearing one. I'm wearing an example of a thing I made from one of our FOCs. I'll show it to you. So this is an example of one of the items that I made. So I had a bunch of different kinds of chain, and they were all bronze. And then I had this key. This key is just painted, and I made a leather bail for it. And then I just like had this little sparkly thing with what looks to be a fluorite, and I just put it on there. And it's a found objects project. It's really simple, but it's cute, and I wear it a lot, so I'm like, whatevs. I'm missing the comments. I'm looking at pictures. Binder with plastic page protectors. Good morning. Hello. Good morning from Virginia, Debbie. Hello. Having bad winds. Oh, everybody's having bad winds over there in that area. I think a little earlier than July, because I worked on my purple flower set at the craft show in June, and I sold the whole set in July at the Ren Fair. Oh, so maybe we started in June? Is that last June we started doing this? I don't even know. I don't even know. Look, this is a notebook. Is that not the coolest thing? I have a ton of CD cases, but they are the slimmer ones and I am thinking that they may not work. Oh, you guys, back in the day when you had to have CDs, I had one of those huge ones that was like humongous, and it had like 3 across, like 9 basically, 9 CDs. And it was like this thick. It was like a foot thick, and it had like 9 CDs on one page. That was me. I was that girl. And I had a bump-in system in high school. If you don't know what that is, I'm sorry for you. But you had to have a switch in your car underneath the dash to turn your bass off when you pass the cops. Yeah, that was me. And then when the CD players came out from Kentwood, where you could put in like 18, like it was like 8 CDs at a time, and then it would switch without you actually having to physically switch them. So you could put your CD player in the trunk so nobody could steal it. Am I the only one who had this experience? Am I alone? My mom was a librarian, so I love books and paper. Word. I think I need to go through my books again. Oh, I love books. I go through my books all the time. I have really old books. I haven't got any newer books, but you know what happened? I was at the Taylor's Falls Bead store on Saturday, and I got some books picked out. Now, let me tell you what. There's this book that I really want. It's mostly about African trade beads. It's about African trade beads, and it's about like European. It's like it's like a history book of beads, and then but also designs and different things. And it's $45. And there's 2 editions. There's edition 1 and edition 2. And I have been just like, oh, I want that. And I was gonna get it, but then I told you about the coloring book that I found? The Bead coloring book that has bead facts. When I buy that, it's $17. But when I buy that, I'm going to look it up and see if there's any more anywhere that we can get, because it's probably old. I don't know. Anyway, we all need this. It has like bead facts, but also has like one bead that you can color that's in like the design of the bead facts. So it's like in whatever Egyptian, this symbol, and then they put the symbol on the bead means XYZ. And then like on the next page, it's not a coloring page. It has like a mantra for the day, or like it has like a mindfulness or something. It's very cool. I will show it to you when I get it. And I asked Jeff, I was like, where has this been all my life? And he was like, I didn't even know I owned that. Whatever. So, but then I was getting all my stuff, and I had like all these books picked out, and I was getting all my stuff, and I left them on the counter, and Amber called me when I was halfway home, and she's like, you forgot your books. And I was like, no. And I was like, you just save them for me for next week. And she's like, yeah, put them in your bin. So that's that story. I love the library. Yeah, the library also has a lot of good books for beading. Like up here, they have some used bookstores. Very good to go find like beading books or jewelry making books, because I feel like, I don't know, I'm a hoarder of my jewelry books. Like I'll get them and then I'll just like keep them, and then every once in a while I'll take them out, flip through them, and see what whatever, because you're always learning things, right, as a jewelry maker. So maybe you have a book, like as an example, this. So this like looks like it's probably metal, and I don't know if they put these pictures on there or if these were on metal, some kind of like photo or something, and they just cut them out or whatever. This looks to be like riveting. Okay, and some cup chain and some beads and some whatever. These are probably earrings, right? Which are super awesome, by the way. And then they got like a top drill wire wrap down here. Now, let's say that you didn't know how to do riveting when you bought this book, but 5 years later, you now know how to rivet because you've took the time to learn how to rivet. So now you can go back and you can make a bunch of projects in your same books that you never made before because you didn't know how to do those skills. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you didn't know how to do the top rapidy loop on the top drill bead down here without cracking it off. Do you know how long it took me to figure that out? Coffee is required. Nancy, did you get the code? Who's got a code? What's the code for? I need to read. So this is my problem. So if you guys don't know this, I'm dyslexic. And so I always want to read at the bottom up, just because it just seems like a good idea. But that's not how you do it. You got to read down. Otherwise, nothing makes sense. 23 viewers and only 11 likes. Oh, please like this video. I would appreciate it. Having wind problems. I had a 1974 yellow Chevy Nova. Yes. Who is saying this? Lori, you're my friend. You're my best friend. I had a 1984 Ford LTD with a wood panel on the side and one cheetah print seat cover, which is not as cool as a Chevy Nova, but I would have loved that. What a cool sounding book. Do you know the title of the coloring book, Mary? No, because otherwise I could ask Amber to send me a picture of it, but I figure I'll just be there Friday and then I'll get it. And then I'm going to try to see if I can find some more because they're awesome. Oh, a code for the bargain meat box? Oh, here it's going to tell us what they need to do. Rivet the metal to the tin. Oh, it's tin. Okay. Cut metal trim and filigree. Cut the tiny tin types. Tin types? Is tin types a thing? What's tin? It says tin types. Tin. Types. Tin types. All one word. Is that that like a thing? What does that mean? This is very cool. I like this a lot. I knew you were a good person. Oh, jeez. Here's another. Bunsen. Oh, Bunsen tore down all my curtains. FYI on that. Not all of them, but he was chasing bugs and he crawled up the curtain for the first time ever in life. And now it's all hanging off there wonky, and I gotta pull the table out, get the ladder, because they're like way up there on this bay window. So that's a thing. Pictures made at turn of the century. So these are pictures that were actually made on tin. Like they were on tin. Is that what I'm to understand? Pictures that were printed originally on tin. Like back in the day. Which makes sense. I think I've seen those ones that like pull out of the camera. You know, see on the shows, on the old shows, and they like pull them out. Are those the ones? I like this. I like this little design. A photograph taken as a positive on a thin plate. Love tin components. Fun to find vendors who sell vintage tin components. Oh. Okay. So this would be something we would look for like maybe at the antique store or something? Probably, I'm guessing. So here we have, oh, this one kind of, oh, those are African trade beads right there. Those are brass. Those are cute. It's got some wire wrapping on here. This looks like it was an ammonite with, now it's got, they put something around the edge, like a zipper or something. I don't know, it's all very cool. Moral of the story. So we create this FOC challenge, any hootie, because we wanted to improve and expand our creative situation, because a lot of us people, myself included, will make things that they're comfortable making, that they've made before, that they know they can make, or that have components that they're, you know, that they feel comfortable. There's a comfort zone with things that people make. And sometimes, you know, I'm always like, hey, let's do something new. Let's try a different skill. Let's learn something different. And I wanted to get everybody involved. And that's kind of one of the reasons it led into the Missing Link series as well. Because in my personal opinion, I feel like sometimes people like bead jewelry tutorials that I'm watching, they're like, which I don't watch a lot of them, but the ones I have seen, they're like, okay, you're going to need this mat, and you're going to do it like this. And they want you to believe that they've just like know how to do this. Like this is just a thing that they do that's so simple and easy. And it's like, yeah, but this is a video that you're editing. That is, it's made cohesively to look like that. Like that's not the real. You know what I mean? That's not the real when you're learning a new skill and you're throwing wire across the room and you're poked your finger and you don't have that tool, so you're improvising, you know, and whatever, and you don't have that specific bead, so you got to run around and find a bead that looks like that. Or is this just me? Might be just me. So I wanted to do a thing, but also I wanted to help people to learn that, you know, some of these techniques that maybe you're not comfortable doing or you've never tried before, or maybe you're, you know, whatever, like we can do that. We can do hard stuff. It's fine. It might take a little time, but we're going to figure it out. And because, you know, at the end of the day, this is supposed to be fun. I'm not the most organized YouTuber or beater or jewelry maker, and I'm not the best jewelry maker. I don't have good techniques, you know, some of them are okay, but like I don't have the best techniques and the best whatever, but I have fun, and that's what matters. I think that that comes through in our art pieces, like when we're able to use colors that maybe aren't supposed to go together, or elements that maybe aren't supposed to go together. Because my question is who said that? It was probably Pantone. They probably said that. They probably said these colors don't go together. They're probably right. But whatever. I have a lot of my mother's pins and other jewelry after she passed, and I needed to get them out and design something, and this gives me ideas. Yeah, awesome, Lori. I have found a couple of vendors who sell on Etsy, getting hard to find vintage tin boxes. Oh, I never thought of that. Like tins that cookies come in? Like cookie tins, like cigar tins, like that kind of thing? Interesting. Fun. I watched a beading video last night and the people cut the wrong wire after crimping and had to do it all over again, and she didn't edit it out. She wanted you to see the real. Yes, the real. For sure. Not to say that people who are having the, doing things differently, not to say that they're wrong or it's not good. I mean, you can learn a lot of things from those people. I think that just everybody has their strength. Everybody has a strength, as if you're in this beading community, everybody has a strength, and it's different from everybody else's. My strength in the beading community is that I am not afraid. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to get on camera and be goofy. I'm not afraid to get on camera and mess up and make a mistake and be like, oh, we don't have that. We're just going to move on to the next thing. Like, to not have the exact right thing to do it with or whatever. I'm just not afraid because I know that this is my experience, and my experience is just a little bit different than everybody else's. But I have fun, which is also another one of my strengths because I love to have fun. Because it's supposed to be fun. It's jewelry making. She was doing it, and she was telling us to be sure, to be careful not to cut the wrong wire. That kind of sounds like me. Was that me? I'm pretty sure that was me. I think I've made that video. Like, oh, and make sure you cut the right, oh. I don't edit out all of the boo-boos. Let's face it, I am not perfect. I do edit out pieces when the video is long. Yeah, I do that too. You have a great outlook. No, it wasn't you. Okay. But anyways, moral of the story is that we're going to get out of our comfort zone, and we're going to do things that maybe we're not used to doing. We're going to try something new, whatever. The point is we're growing, because if you're not being challenged, if it's not hard, if it's not like this is something that makes me feel uncomfortable, then you're just staying the same. You're just the same as you always were. You're not growing and moving forward. Growing is hard. Growing, especially as a designer, is really hard. It's scary. It's uncomfortable. And for me, it's like, if I have to make something, that has to be, as an example, I have wedding jewelry coming up. It has to be a certain kind of way. The loops have to be cohesive. It has to have 3 on this side and 3 on that side. When normally I don't really care about that. But it has to be that, because this is an important day for an important bride, and they've invited me to share in this experience of making this, and it has to be perfect for the perfect day. And that's scary for me, because I'm like I'm just like all over. Just all over with my colors and my 18 necklaces, and it's like whatever. But there are certain situations that call for, these types of techniques. And the more what's the words? Symmetrical? I'm not very good at symmetrical. Symmetrical is not really my thing. So that scares me. When it has to be a pattern, because I don't really like that. It's not something that I really like to do. It looks nice, but I prefer crazy. That's kind of my deal, but I have to practice these techniques. For other people, it's the opposite. It's like they prefer the pattern. They like to know exactly what's supposed to go where, and it's going to have, you know, the perfect loops on it and this. And then when they're asked to make something that's not that, something that's maybe a little using different colors that maybe don't go together, or making messy loops, or, you know, whatever it is, they get all shook up about it. That's what the FOC is for. The FOC is to teach us that it's okay. It's okay, and the reason that the FOC is only $5, if you didn't know, and you get, you know, you're not going to get genuine stones. You're going to get things that are to be repurposed, you know, maybe things that are not the most expensive, but this is because it's a learning process, and you can still take those things and you can make them spectacular, and you can still sell them, per everybody who sells everything in this group. I hear all the time people say, I sold my FOC project at the craft show. I sold this whole set at the wherever. And that's really cool, because it's like you took this risk, you made this thing that maybe you're not comfortable with products that maybe you wouldn't normally use, and you sold it anyways. Because you're an awesome designer, because you rock, because we're all designers. FOC has taught us patience. FOC has taught us patience and how to use patina paints. I used to, what does that say? I used to use silicide to string my necklaces, and the looks I used to get from other beaders was like, I can't believe you're still using that. All my necklaces strung with silicide are still together. There you go, Kim. When I started beading, I used to use wire from Walmart. The wire from Walmart that's like 0.3, and I would just double it up. All my necklaces are still together. You're all over. It's what I love about you. Yeah, I'm all over the place. Can't fence me in, let me tell you what. They've tried. Yeah, and I also realize that I am not for everybody. You know, I'm not everybody's cup of tea. Sometimes my personality gives other people anxiety, especially if they're people who don't really care for the all-over technique of life and personality and design and stuff like that. It actually gives them anxiety to be in my presence, because they're like, okay, you gotta calm down. And I'm just like, no. FOC, I'm wearing my FOC. Me too, Christine. I'm wearing my FOC right now. I have sold a lot of my FOC projects, including one from last Saturday. Well, there you go, Rosanna. Spectacular. And if you are using them and you're selling them and you're, you know, using them in your designs and stuff, you actually get quite a lot for $5, in my personal opinion, even though it's like, you know, upcycled stuff. I bought patina paints. Yay, Patty! Patty, did you have patina paints before? Oh, patina paints just saved my life. Just memory wire and patina paints. Oh, here they're talking about making notes in your journal. Oh, this says that about the colors they were using and why they thought they were wonderful. That's cool. I love patina paints. My first beading wire was from Walmart also. Yes. I used fishing wire. Those have been redone. You know what's super funny, Patty, is that now they market fishing wire as, what do they call that stuff? Supplemax? Supplemax is fishing line, basically, from Beadalon. Supplemax is fishing line. I know this because I went to Walmart to look for the Supplemax, which I found in the craft section, and I was quite disturbed at the price versus what it is in the fishing department, so I went to the fishing department. While I was there, I talked to a nice man. He was an elderly guy. He was telling me all about how the fishermen use Supplemax and Fireline for fishing because of the strength of the it's not wire, it's the strength of the string, whatever. And I started thinking about that, and I thought, my grandpa, he always used fire line on his fishing poles. He had these old fishing poles with the old rods, and he just swore up and down that they had the rod that went like this, where you could see the string go back and forth like this. It was more like a square, and he had fire line on there. It was green, and he just swore up and down that was the best thing. What is FOC? FOC is Found Objects Challenge. Oh, sorry, I'm just like talking. I'm like, this is why we did it. So the FOC is a Found Objects Challenge. It's something we created on this challenge, or on this channel. And basically what's going to happen tonight at 8 o'clock on this channel is we're going to pick the winner of last month's FOC, and then we're going to launch the new bags for next month, for the next round. So basically what happens is you buy a $5, it's basically like a grab bag. You don't know what's in there. You buy a $5 FOC bag. It has items inside of it that are like to be repurposed or upcycled. So they're used items. And then we send it to you. You take a picture of what you get in your FOC. And then you start working on your FOC. And you have like a month's time, because FOC is not meant to be like done right away. It's like there's going to be a lot of thought in this, because you're going to get some weird stuff. You're going to get some weird stuff, and you're going to be like, what am I going to do with this? So you're going to take some time. You're going to think about it. You're going to talk about your journey in the Facebook group. You're going to take some photos. You're going to talk about your journey. And then once you get your item completed, it can be any kind of item. It doesn't even have to be jewelry. As long as you're using something in the bag, then you post a photo and you talk about your FOC journey, right? About like maybe what you learned or new techniques you tried, or, ups and downs of your goings-ons. And you post it in the Facebook group. And then I put your name on a list, and we have a drawing at the end. We have a drawing, which is like actually going to be tonight, and it's not a judged contest. It is a contest where we put everybody on a list, everybody gets a number, and then we do a random number generator, because who are we to decide what is art? And then that person wins $50 worth of beady goodness from the Taylor's Falls Bead Store, which is all new, wonderful stuff. They win this book that we're looking at. They win a free bag into the next contest. And is that everything? I think that's everything. And that's what they win. And then we just ship that out to you. And that is the Found Objects Challenge, because we're just growing as a community. We just like to have fun and grow and do stuff. It's fun. It's just supposed to be fun. You just taught me memory wire as well. What? I use fishing wire. Those have been redone. What is FOC? You just taught me memory wire as well. FOC is Found Objects Challenge. Fireline is fishing line. Go to the Bass and Pro Shop and you will see it on the walls. Exactly. And it says Fireline on it. Good morning. Hi. Yesterday I was beading. I went to pick up my coffee cup. And do you know what it had on it? A fly. Funny. What book are you looking at? This is the book. It is called Jewelry Maker's Design Book of Alchemy and Objects. This is the book that has inspired the FOC contest. And this is the book that the winner will get. They're going to get this book right here tonight. It is by Darren Mettock. On the Facebook group, I always put if you're looking to get this book and if you don't win it or whatever, I always put an Amazon link. So I highly recommend, if you're ever using my book links for Amazon, so I always put the book link, and then if you follow to that listing, in that listing, right under the price, there's going to be a little tiny words that say other sellers used book versions or whatever. So you click that and you can get the books for like $2. But they're used, but like if you don't care about having a used one, they're like $2 versus this one I think is like $25. Although this one has gone up in price since we've started buying it every month. People have started buying it along with the Missing Link book. So we're helping out our artists there. And also in other fun news, Darren is actually in our Facebook group. She's in our Facebook group, the writer and creator of this book. She is in our Facebook group and knows all about our challenge. Yep. Dun dun. Beadalon makes both fishing line and beading wire. Correct. I just received my happy mail. Yeah. Super fun. I don't know. The moral of the story is I think that we, especially, these days, we gotta have a little fun, We gotta try something new. I love that. That's just ball head bins. We just gotta be a little more excited, And we just have to realize, not everything is just gotta be a certain kind of way. We can just learn new things. They're not going to be perfect the first time. They don't have to be perfect. You can use all the different kinds of beads and all the different kinds of things. Absolutely. This looks cool. This looks like another one of those tin things. This little picture. Yeah, that looks cool. And then this looks to be like some genuine amethyst probably. And pearls, which is really cool. I like that a lot. Oh, no. Nope, it's a cloth. This is a piece of cloth that they put into something. I don't know what. It's got like a hard cover. That's cool. I like that. Anyways, it's also to help us in our, in our other beading activities. I'm not saying you have to be FOC all the time. I'm just saying in your other, you could learn some stuff and you could have some happiness, which is going to make your other beading activities give you more ideas, a little more inspiration, make you happy. This is cool. This has got all the dogs. I think it was Rebecca who was saying she wanted to take all of her old dog tags from maybe dogs that passed on, and she wanted to put them on a one thing. Hi, Gina. Do you do trades for jewelry books? Do you do trades for jewelry for books? Why, Brandon, do you have jewelry books that you're trying to get rid of? Inquiring minds want to know. Anyways, you guys, so tonight at 8 o'clock tonight on YouTube now. YouTube. These are still my favorite. I still have not made these and I want to so bad. So this is like just the what do you call that? The part that goes in the rosary. Because it's got 3. 1, 2, 3. But they made them into earrings. Super good. I think Rosanna made these. I think I seen her making something like that. Maybe it was these ones. Anyways, tonight at 8 o'clock, we're going to be live on, so this will be live, and we're going to be live on, are we going to be on YouTube? Or are we going to be on Facebook? I think we're going to be on Facebook, right? Yeah, Facebook. I had to think about it. We're going to be live on Facebook because that's where everybody posted their stuff. So we're going to be live on Facebook in the Thunderhorse Descendant Facebook group or business page. So all those things are linked in the description of this video. Please go over there, join in, ring the little bell, get a notification, whatever you got to do. Tuesdays on Facebook. Thanks, Rosanna. These are all of my assistants trying to keep me on track. But yeah, we'll be live on Facebook. So tonight we'll be live. We'll draw the winner live. I'll show off the prize. So that's a surprise. You don't know what it is yet. It's brand new stuff from the Taylor's Falls Bead Store. It's glorious. You're going to love it. You're going to get this book. This is all free. You are not required to pay any shipping or anything. And if you want to get in on the next round, okay, then you need to purchase. We're going to launch them tonight after I draw the winner. you need to purchase one of the bags. We make a limited amount of bags. I think this time we got like 50 or 60 bags. They're $5 a piece, and you have to purchase in order to get in on the drawing, and then you need to complete a project with what's inside the bag. You do not have to use everything that's in the bag. You just have to use enough so we can see in your before and after picture that you've used something. You can add whatever you want from your stash into there. Doesn't matter. There's no rules except for the fact that you do have to use something from the bag. You do have to purchase the bag from us. You do have to post a before and an after photo. We prefer 3 photos if you can do 3. But at least a before and an after, because at the end, I go around when I put everybody on the list, which I know there's people who have submitted and I haven't got to the list yet, but I was doing the thingies yesterday. I'm going to do it today. I put everybody on the list, and then I download all their photos, and I try to keep them in order so you can see the before and the afters as they progress in a YouTube video. So we do have an FOC list, playlist on this channel if you want to see past works from that people have done, and you should see their before and their after photo as it goes through like a little montage of photos. So we always do that video at the end as well, and I put it up on my YouTube channel. And then the winner, we'll draw the winner, we'll launch the new bags. I only leave the bags on the website. They usually sell out pretty fast. You can order as many as you want, but I usually only leave them up for like a week, because if I leave them up longer than that, then by the time we get them shipped out and you get them in the mail, you've got a smaller window of time to create your projects. And this is not a project that is supposed to be done in like a day, like when you get your bag. It's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be like this whole creative process thing. And I mean, I know that might be different for everybody, but I know it takes some people some time, especially when they get some weird stuff in their bag. So we like to give everybody time. I still have one bag from last time. Tuesday is on Facebook. Are you familiar with the book The Art of Forgotten Things by Melanie Doberman? It reminds me of the book that you're showing us. Yes, I actually, I think I gave that book away in a prize. I did have it. I remember having it because I ordered it. And I think I gave it away as a prize, because sometimes the people already have this book. Maybe they've won more than one time and they already have this book. So that's why I also have books on hand that if it's not this book, then a different one. I've also been sending out missing link books because we're working on that, and a lot of people were interested in getting that book as well. I just found my first FOC. It was in May of 2021. May 2021. Oh, so we're going to be coming up, not this month, right? No, this is for April. Next month will be a year. That's crazy town. I don't know, it's been fun. I guess we'll have to assess if we want to continue doing FOC since it's been a year already. Maybe we'll have to talk about it. But anywho, I suppose I'm going to jump off here. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful, spectacular, amazing beading day. I would love to see what's on your beading mat if you want to post it in the Facebook. Don't forget tonight, we have the FOC drawing. It'll be live, 8 o'clock Central Time. There's also a sale going on Thunderhorse Descendant. I ran a 20% off sale in the Bead store, which is pretty awesome, honestly. Because we don't have it, normally we launch all of the grab bags in addition to the FOC, so you can order them together. But we didn't do any grab bags this month, so I just thought, well, we'll just do 20% off some other stuff. So if you wanted to add to your FOC bag, you could for the little sale doings. It's up to you. I got something that looked like cedar. Be there or be square. Yeah, be there or be square. You're right. Don't be silly. Of course we want to keep doing FOC. Oh, excuse me. I didn't know how much fun we were having. All right, guys. Well, I will see you guys tonight. I'm going to jump off. Me and Shannon got lots to do. Shannon's downstairs doing packing right now, so I got to get down there and get to helping with that. stay awake. Oh, tonight? Yes, you have to stay awake tonight, Patty. You have to stay awake tonight for the drawing. That's funny. I'm with you, Rosanna. I agree. Continue the FOC. Yay. All right, y'all. Well, I'm going to get going here, and I'll see you guys tonight. You're going to see me a lot today. We got things and stuff going on. We're going to post new beads in the shop and all this, so we're going to be all over the internet. So you're not going to miss me. You're not going to have time to miss me, but it's fine. I'll be back tomorrow. Well, I'll be back tonight and tomorrow. Okay. Have a wonderful day, you guys. I'll see you later. Bye.